How to remove the bad smell from my dog. The bad smell in a dog or the smell of a wet dog is something that most people dislike. In fact, the smell of a dog can usually make us think about the possibility of having one. We also consider letting them be inside the house or the car. Bad smells in dogs can be of many and varied types, such as bad breath, flatulence, bad smell that comes from a dirty and careless coat, or the dog's footsteps on its stools. Basically, no matter how beautiful it is very difficult to spend time with a dog that smells bad. It is very important that you keep your dog with a pleasant aroma. Another important problem of the bad smell is when the dogs get wet, because they give off a fairly strong and characteristic smell. Smell of wet dog, to which we are not used and which collides with the hygiene of human homes. How to remove the smell of wet dog. This smell of wet dog is formed by the physiological peculiarities of the dog. They have under their coat layers of fat that protect them from dehydration and external factors. That oily layer is filled with dirt, bacteria and excreta, which remain retained without penetrating your skin. When getting wet, all germs are mobilized, which generates an unpleasant and strong odor. It occurs both on the dog and on the surfaces in contact, such as carpets, furniture and the animal's own space. The smell of wet dog cannot be avoided unless the dog has been washed recently. Below, we will look at some suggestions. Effective folk remedies for the smell of wet dog. 1. Regularly brush your dog. Brushing is a necessary practice in the daily grooming of dogs. Not only does it remove dead hair, but it also helps us to remove dust and dirt that can stick on the street and even in the home itself. In addition to the advantages we have talked about, brushing your dog will improve your bond and make your hair look brighter and more caring. 2. Bathe your dog only when you need it. The bath of our pet is a very important routine to improve the smell of dogs, but note, we should not bathe them excessively. That's because our pets have a natural skin fat that protects them and isolates them from the environment. When we remove this layer, we make our dog smell even worse. Instead of bathing you, if you have become little dirty, we can use baby wipes focusing on a particular area. How often do I have to bathe my dog? Short-haired dogs will have enough one bath every month and a half. Long-haired ones will repeat ritual once a month, although we will have to apply a specific conditioner for dogs to avoid knots. Those with hard hair like Westie should bathe every 2 or 3 weeks. Finally, curly-haired dogs will bathe once every 2 days. A very useful trick is the mixture of 5% shampoo and 5% apple vinegar. In addition, applying this totally natural product will make the hair look brighter and healthier. 3. Dry and perfume. You should know that bad drying also produces bad odors. With the towel we do not completely dry our pet, but on the other hand with the human hair dryer we scare him. What should we do? On the market you will find dog dryers, quiet and very useful tools used by professionals. In addition, and to improve the smell of your dog, you can create a completely natural and fast homemade perfume in your own home. Get hold of a new plastic spray pot. Uses a distilled water base. Add a spoonful of almond oil. Add a spoonful of glycerin. Finally, give it a personal touch and introduce the juice of 2 lemon or orange. This way you will have a unique perfume that will not irritate your pet's skin. Put all the ingredients into the new plastic spray pot, shake it and go. Don't forget that after bathing it is essential to add a pipette to your dog's coat to prevent fleas, ticks and mosquito bites. 4. Ears and mouth. Both the mouth and the ears are areas that produce bad smell. For this reason it is essential to maintain a correct and constant hygiene of these parts of the body of our dog. To begin with, we will pay attention to the ears, a sensitive and delicate part. If we do not know how to clean the ears to our pet, we can go to our veterinarian for a practical demonstration. Get clean, new, sterile gauze in any pharmacy. Cover your finger with gauze and insert it into the ear canal of the dog. It is very important that you do not force the entrance or apply too much pressure. Move your finger slowly and in a circular way. Once you're done with one ear, change the gauze and use a new one for the other ear. We will finish the hygiene process with the mouth, a particularly smelly part. Most dogs do not follow a hygiene ritual. which causes them to accumulate excess tartar. To clean your dog's teeth, it's enough to purchase a dog-specific toothpaste and use your finger or brush to rub them. Follow this routine once a day. In addition, and to improve bad breath, remember that it is better to offer dry feed rather than wet diets, as well as to acquire anti-tartar jelly. 5. Remove the bad smell of my dog at home. If you really want to remove all traces of bad smell, it is very important that you keep a strict and regular cleaning at home. So you should pay attention to the corners where hair can accumulate and use detergents that thoroughly disinfect to improve the quality of your pet's environment. We also recommend using neutral air fresheners. A basic and super important thing is that you frequently clean your dog's items such as bed, pet clothes, toys and other items. Combine cleaning with the education of your pet, rewarding him every time he follows hygienic and clean behavior. Don't let him climb onto sofas or armchairs, areas where we can't clean so often, and congratulate him whenever he's in bed. Remember that positive reinforcement is the best weapon of education. What to do if the smell of wet dog persists? If the problem persists despite all the suggested measures, the dog may be suffering from a skin condition, especially if you have symptoms such as itching, peeling, or change of color and appearance in certain areas. Faced with these signs, it is necessary to consult the veterinarian, because it may be suffering from canine atopia or atopic dermatitis, the most frequent dermatological condition in dogs. Avoid the smell of wet dog or remedy it is possible to some extent, depending on the causes that produce it. All this for a good coexistence.